All right. Hopefully we're live. There we go. I love how the computers always like to update the morning. You're like, hey, I got a thing to go. And there we go. So yeah, the computer is like having a fun time deciding to update. But anyway, hey there, fellow travelers. Nice to see you all on here today. So since I know a lot of people watch this on replay later on, and the topic today is talking about some of the new travel rules of 2026, I'm going to talk about that first. So put your questions in on the side, and I'll get to those as we go, because I know Quinn wants to know like, hey, what next year's travel plans are, all kinds of stuff. I will get to that, but I want to get some of the. I'll put my notes in my phone. So I put together some notes on like what we really need to expect in 2026 and kind of going forward in terms of the EES system, entry exit system into Europe, ETIS, the not a visa waiver for Europe. Also, some changes in the U.S. travel that might cost you money to get your ID, but you might be able to fly, but might not. So a lot of things there, and eventually in a couple of weeks I'm going to have a nice big video about what to expect, so you'll have this in my usual compact fun way. But I thought it'd be a good idea to kind of talk about some of these things now, because I know like after Thanksgiving people start thinking I got Christmas travel and but what are we gonna, then you start thinking about our summer trip next year, our spring break trip. So going to talk about some of that to start off. All right, so first thing I want to talk about is systems that are already in place. So if you are thinking of going to the UK, that is England, Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, they have the ETA system, okay, the ETA system, however you like to say it. And this is something that it literally takes like 2 minutes, and you'll usually find out in seconds. Basically what it is you have to kind of pre-apply. Oops, now my notes just disappeared. There they go. Okay. I always love when you like play with your phone. You're like, oh, there you go. All right. So the ETA, the UK ETA system, electronic travel authorization is what it stands for. And basically, this is something that before you go, you have to go online. And I put links down below in the video for like the official website stuff, so you can go there, because this kind of pre-approval for travel, there are people that will like, hey, we'll do it for you and charge an extra $5. But it's just, you'll fill out the same forms. They just take in a fee for you. So just go to the government site and do that. And that's why I have it down below. And this is literally for pretty much anybody going to the UK. Like, you're going to have to fill these things out. And starting in February, I think it's February 25th, they announced if you have not already done your ETA approval, they will not let you in the country. Like, no approval, no getting on the plane. Like, too bad. Go home. Like, it's not going to happen. Get off the train, get off the ferry. They're going to be very strict with this. So you can't be like, oops, I forgot. Like right now, they're kind of like letting people get by, but just get it done. And when you do it, when you fill out the forms, I mean, it's like, hey, like, when are you coming? What's your passport number? Take a picture. They're really big. Like, were you we're an evil mastermind sometimes. There's some basic, like, screening questions that are on there. Very basic, very quick. Like when I did mine a couple months ago, because I'm going to the UK soon. And spoiler, Quinn, there you go. I literally, like, I filled it out, and you pay, I don't know, it's like £10. I think it's £16 now. It's a little bit less, I think, when I did it. But you pay the fee, and literally by the time I paid the fee and clicked, I had the confirmation in my email, and they're like, "Oh, you don't need to have any physical thing because it's linked to your passport. It's valid for 2 years. So I have to remember in a couple of years, I got to do this again to check to make sure, because it's not the life of your passport. It's not a 10-year kind of thing. It's like, it's for 2 years. Okay. So you have that. I have a link below. You have to do that, because literally from into February, literally you don't have it, you're not going to get in. Okay. Now, another thing that's already gone into effect for Europe, the EES system. The lines aren't quite as long as they were when it first started, but what this system is it's basically get everybody kind of registered into the kind of border crossing system in the Schengen countries. You think European Union plus a few buddies, basically, right? Not all of them, like Ireland's not in there, but in a few buddies. And basically what EES is the first time you go through with the system, you'll scan your passport, they'll scan your fingers, they'll take your picture, the biometric stuff. They're going to collect those things, and then they have that in their system. So then when you leave and come in, they use the biometrics to like check you in, check you out, because their thing was like, hey, we want to keep people from overstaying the 90 days out of 180 days. So we like keep track of people. I'll let you go where you went with that, because I'm sure there'll be comments about that. But that is one system they have. That started in October, and it's rolling out through April. And that the reason they're doing that is because they have to have that system in place before they have the ETIAS system, which is the visa waiver system for non-European Union, non-Schengen members to travel within from outside of the Schengen country. Now, in the Schengen country, they don't have this, but like coming from outside, like from the US, from Canada, from Australia, from the UK, you want to go to France, you're going to have to fill out more forms and pay another fee, yes, and then get a pre-approval to go. And if you're upset, like, why is Europe doing this to us? Well, the US does the same thing. We have the ESTA system that they have to pay. It's not a visa, it's a visa waiver, which they're always very adamant it's not that, because if you're from a country that needs a visa already, you still have to get a visa. So like you have to get the ESTA or the ATIS and the ESTA and your visa. So be aware of that. But if you're from the US, it's ETIS. Again, it's one of these, like 10 questionnaire kind of thing. Fill out, you scan your passport, take a picture, pay a fee. There's always a fee involved, right? So you have that. And that's supposed to go into effect in the fourth quarter of 2026. Now, this thing, I was making videos about this back in, I think, 2021 about the ETIS system. And I've had to make this video year after year after year because it's going to come and they push it back and they push it back. Well, the thing is now that the EES system is going, that is the system that will like register all this stuff. So they're going to basically have like a year of the EES system running to make sure people are in the system, things are working. Then they'll start rolling that out. So that is something to kind of think about. If you're thinking like this time next year, if you're going to be going to Europe, that's something you got to think about. Now, other things in the US, the Real ID is now a real deal. It started in May of this year that you have to fly with a Real ID. If you're not sure what a Real ID is, if you're international, you come with your passport, that counts. If you're from the US, your passport counts. If you have a passport card, that counts because it's a federal ID. Real ID is a state ID. If you're not sure what it is, on your driver's license, if there's like a gold star in the corner, that means it's a Real ID. It just means when you got your driver's license, you gave them more forms of identification than you used to. We're used to like 2 or 3 things. There's like 4 or 5 to verify things. They have that. Now you may say, well, Mark, I don't have that yet. Well, you need to get one. You need to get a Real ID. Go to your DMV, sit in the line and get a new thing, get with that and see what you need for it. But they're rolling out a pilot program that if you don't have the right ID, you can pay an $18 fee. It's going to be $18 for now. It's going to go up. You pay an $18 fee that will let you be verified at the airport. But here's the thing. You pay the $18 for them to try to verify you. And if they can't verify you from what you do have, then you lose the $18. You can't fly. So basically, you forget your ID at home. You got to pay $18 and maybe you'll fly. Maybe you won't fly. And then you don't know if you'll be able to come back. So make sure you have your ID when you're going to travel, okay? That's something I want you to know about. Another thing I think is really important to mention in terms of going forward with travel is you're going to have a lot more cameras, a lot more biometric stuff, not like in the US, in the UK, in wherever you're EU, like Europe, Asia. You're going to have a lot more of the biometric tracking kind of stuff that's going to be on there when people are coming in the country, when they're going out of the country, these kind of things. So I would say if you're going to be traveling, you want to make your life easier, like with the EES system, don't be wearing like big glasses and a big hat when you're going through there because it might not register you because that can kind of hide you. That's why I always say no glasses and no hat when you go through. Just have those things ready. But the idea behind like the EES and ETIS system is to make it so it's a smoother thing eventually because people have to get through. So as a traveler going to Europe for the next, year, realize it's going to take longer when you're going through because people are going to have to register. Now, Jocelyn's done this, and she said it took literally a minute to go through to get the whole thing done. So it goes really quickly on a per-person basis. However, if you've got like 5 747s land at the same time and 1,600 people coming to go through at once, it can get backed up a bit. So do be aware of that. If you're having like, you're picking connector flights, you're flying to Paris and you're going out to someplace else or whatever, you might need a little bit more time. And eventually over time, this will get better as more people are through the system so they can kind of not have to go through the whole scanning process, just to walk through and, hey, you're okay, and go through. So just want to kind of give you some of those things now so you have an idea of what to kind of expect going forward. Now, I will have a much more in-depth video about this coming out probably next week. So I filmed all the stuff. I got it all ready to go. You might notice the same shirt in it as well. It's not an on-location one. I was in the Bahamas recently, and it's my beautiful red tan. And I was like, I can't film this here. I'm just filming at home. So I'm going to get that out to you hopefully next week so people can have it. But if you do want to know, I do have the links down below for ETIS, EES and ETA for the EU and UK about all those things. And make sure you're going through official sites, because other places will like charge you more to get the thing that you can do on your own in literally 5 minutes. Okay, so hopefully we have some stuff there to help you out. So for those that want to just learn about what's changing going forward next year, there you go. There's 10 minutes focused on that. And now we can get to some of your wonderful travel questions. All right. So let's see who's up on today. Chris Bates, good to see you last night. Let's see, Chris Bates, Brad, good to see you. American English. Yeah, nice. Okay. All right. I'll just go to the top since we got a few questions already. So Quinn wants to know, hey, I know it's European travel, but what are your travel plans for 2026? So as of right now, we've got a trip with the UK, France, Belgium, and the Netherlands. We've got a trip to like the southern part of the Caribbean. We've got that set up. We've got a couple trips. I'm doing a road trip from Illinois to Georgia via Tennessee and Kentucky, then coming through South Carolina, North Carolina, Ohio, like coming around that way. So I'm going to do like Greenville, South Carolina, Asheville, North Carolina. Probably going to get Chattanooga, Tennessee, Pigeon Forge. Like, we're going to do some Americana stuff. So we've got that kind of lined up. Liam was asking about that too. He's like, hey, when are we going to do our next American road trip? I'm like, all right, we'll put one of those together. So we got that coming. I'm going to be in Helen, Georgia for a meetup for one of our friends, Magnificent Germany with Darian. He invited us to come. So we're going to go join up in his festivities there in Helen, Georgia. What else? We got New Orleans. Yeah, so that I don't have a lot really planned yet. I mean, that's kind of like mostly in the first part of the year. I'm trying to think. There's probably some other things. I know Jocelyn's got a couple things on her plate as well, but kind of up in the air. I know for the second half of the year, we're looking at maybe Japan again. Take Caleb and his girlfriend because she really would like to go to Japan. So if we can take her to show her Japan, we might do that. At least that's the goal. So a lot of different stuff up there, because right now is where we're trying to like, that's the thing. It's like after kind of Thanksgiving, I try to like kind of nail down the place we're going to be. And these are ones I already know I have because they're already booked. But there's other ones that can pop up. I know like right now we're thinking about an additional, maybe go to Central America for a while, because like our son's learning Spanish in school and he's trying to learn Spanish in school. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? We can learn Spanish when you go to someplace they speak it. So we're going to try to find a place to go for a few weeks to help him learn. So probably do something like that. Anyway. Yeah, Striker Days. Pack it a bunch of year before Q4 2026. EITS is probably going to be a mess. Yeah, and the thing is it will be. And I would not be surprised if they don't push it back again until like first quarter 2027. Or they'll have it where it's like, hey, we're going to start the system. But it's kind of like the ETA system. Like they're going to strictly enforce it from February of 2026 in the UK, but they already have the system in place. But it's like, okay, we'll let you do it now or whatever. ETIS, I really feel that there'll be that grace period, because I don't know if they'll be like right away with it, because if you ever notice when you buy plane tickets, they will put up a little like thing. It'll show up like it's your job to know what visas you need. And I'm like, my passport. Why can't you just link and say, here's the things you're going to need. Here's the links to it. That would be nice. But of course, airlines don't do that. That's kind of unfair. Hence why it might be a good idea to talk to your travel agent or look online for stuff like that. That's when I'm trying to put a lot of these videos out. But yeah, that end of Q4, that's why I'm like, I think 2027, we're going to be focusing more on South America, maybe get back to Africa. We got a friend of ours who's in Joburg in South Africa. So we've been talking to him about getting down there. He just got his pilot's license and stuff. So he's like, we can fly around. I'm like, yeah, we can fly around with reputable airlines, not with you. One of our good friends from Sweden moved down there and married a wonderful South African girl. So there's that. Let's see. Estlander 100. How many languages besides English can you speak? Well, I'm Estlander. So let's see. Like I would feel if you gave me like a week to brush up, I would feel comfortable teaching in English, German, Spanish, and Portuguese. If you gave me a couple of weeks to a week to brush up on some other stuff, I would feel fine. Like going to Italy and hanging out with the guys and going to soccer match and having normal conversations, like probably 8th grade level conversations. I could probably do in Italian. French, I could be a good tourist and have like basic conversations. Lithuanian, good tourist and basic conversations. So that's kind of the ones. Am I forgetting any other languages?
Huh?
Am I forgetting any other languages?
Spanish, Portuguese, Italian,
German, French,
German.
Lithuanian. Yeah, those are the ones I
You're
feel
polite
good with.
in Finnish.
Oh yes, Kitos. Mita kulo, kitos ba? So I still know a little. Like I used to speak some Finnish. I used to live there when I was in high school. And then I used to know some Russian when I lived in Lithuania because I always wanted to go to Russia. So I went there, but I haven't used it for years. So it's all gone away. So you may know my lovely and talented wife, the most amazing, beautiful, sexy, incredible-ist woman ever, Jocelyn.
Good
But
morning.
if you like to find her channel, it's Honest Travel Network. Her and Sandra and some other people, and I have some stuff on there too, putting together honest travel advice from their perspective versus mine, so you can get another fantastic way of learning about travel. So do appreciate if you could follow them there. Let's see. Rob, how will the new biometric scanning in Europe delay entry upon arrival? So, Jocelyn.
It's so the first time you go through, I did it recently and it was really fast. You just go up to like the little electronic plexiglass gate thing and you put your passport on and your fingerprints and they take your picture and then you go. Pretty fast when I went because there weren't a ton of tourists. This summer it's going to be very few people will have gone through it. So it'll take a little bit of time, especially if you come in when a lot of other planes are landing. But once people get into it, like I don't have to do it again. You haven't done it yet.
Yeah,
so you're going to have to do it.
Here, Alex.
So it's kind of, it'll ramp down after this summer, I think.
Yeah, once you get through it, it's just the kind of like war of attrition of getting everyone through because they know they have a lot of people they got to start getting into the system. Once we go in the system, it smooths out a bit, but that first it's just a bottleneck right now, and so it'll take at least a year. My big thing is it would like if you got a connector flight at a big airport.
Yeah,
it's going to add some time.
It's going to add time.
So have that. Adam Gordon, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. We try to share what we do and try to help people travel better. Yes. Have you ever been to Leo? I had been to Leo many years ago. So in the pre-Jocelyn era, which I barely remember.
That didn't exist.
Exactly. There was a lady that I was dating in the UK. And I know. And so I would take the channel over a lot. And so I'd transfer in Leo a lot back in the day. I'm actually looking to go back there early next year to film and get like, hey, if you're going to be going through, here's what you know in Leo. If you're going to take the train over, the channel, the old language for it. So I'm gonna try to get a Leo video made here to kind of help people out going there. But it is a nice little thing. I mean, it's amazing how you can really see how the channel really impacted Leo. Because when I first went, when the channel was first open, the channel, whatever you want to call it, first opened, the Eurostar stuff, where it was now, you can see like the tourism, how it's changed, and the stuff that's there for the station and stuff. It's kind of interesting. Which one?
That one.
Every Marquez, I saw your safari video before I went to South Africa. Good tips for my recent trip. Oh, thank you. And actually, if you ever go on African safari, that is what to know before you go on African safari is one of my favorite videos I've ever made. It does get a ton of views because not a lot of people go on African safaris, but that is the one I'm probably the most proud of in terms of helping people. Because I know for us, there's so much information out there that sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming. And so I tried to like boil it down because like we went with a company and they literally sent us like 72 documents to help us prepare. I'm like, dude, like I even told them like, and they were
Even for us, that was a lot of
the company is Shadows of Africa, and they were fantastic. Like they
one of our
best guides ever.
I mean, top 2 guides, right?
Yeah, the guy in Ecuador and him.
Yeah,
Miguel in Ecuador and him, like best guy. And the guy we had in Rwanda, the first guy we had, like he was awesome too. And like he was like, man, he's like a top 3. And then we had Moody. We're like, oh my God, this guy's next level, awesome. And like, but the thing was, they sent so much information. I told them, like, this is too much. You're overwhelming people, so they don't look at anything. It's kind of like when you get too many. It's like when your house is a complete mess, you don't know where to start. You just like walk away. Whereas if it's just a little clutter, you're like, oh, I can do this. It's like you got to piecemeal this out. Don't do the whole house. Do like a room, But yeah, thank you. I'm glad I could help. So Stuart, good to see you, my friend. Nice. Let's see. Oh, so Sunshine Max. I live in the UK. I'm going to Germany next year. So yeah, you'll do the EES when you go through, and then ETIS you have to do in the 4th quarter, 2026. So that's something that's up there. Planes, trains, luggage, receipt. Ooh, I love that name. Hi, Mark. Hope you and Justin are well. I think we're doing okay. Though I was over at my neighbor's last night a little late, so I'm a little tired. Don't mix cheer wine and was it bourbon? No,
I mean, cheer wine and vodka is one thing, but bourbon and cheer wine
yeah,
sounds like vomit to me.
It was like, if you ever had Strepsils, the like throat lozenges, it was like the cherry one of those. I was like, why do I feel like I'm going back to living in Europe with a sore throat? It's very weird. Anyway, I'm just popping to say hi. It's been a while. We just got back from France. It was really nice. Aw, I'm glad you had a good time in France. I love it there. American English Brent. So, are you brave in India in 2026? I did this summer. It's an experience. So, India is one thing that we want to go to, but we want at least a month there. And right now, with the kids, like, well, Caleb's in college now, so he has like college break. Liam's in high school, and we can't take him off amount of time because I want to take them there, and I'm not. I can't do the summer there. It's kind of is it going to India in the summer is asking to melt and die for me. It's like when people go to the Philippines when it's cheap, like it's monsoon. He's like, yeah, it's monsoon. You don't go then. And so that's one of those ones we're going to go when the kids both are in college so that we can all go together for when they get like, 4 to 6 weeks off. We can go for a month and really explore as opposed to just flying in for a week or 2 weeks. Like we want more time. So that one's we decided to push that back.
India and Southeast Asia kind of fall into that category.
Yeah. So because we want to get as much as we can out of it. So that's kind of like, I foresee that being Liam's freshman and sophomore Christmas is abroad. Right. So Brad, we have not been to South Africa yet. But we have been talking to our buddy Sebastian about getting over there because he has pilot's license, like I was talking about before. So sadly, I do not have that. There is a lot of good stuff on South Africa though. So you can find stuff online, but you know me, I don't like to give advice to places I haven't been to. Chris Bates, our buddy, it happens at the destination, right? I mean, if you fly through London, you don't need to do it in London. Okay, here's the thing. Technically, it's like no-ish. However, if there's a delay and like, you can leave for a little bit or come back, you would need to do that. I would spend the $15, $20 to get it just in case if you're flying through. Technically speaking, if you're going through, you don't need it because it's international, blah, blah, blah. However, if you're going from one terminal Heathrow to another and you have to leave to go to another part, like I would just.
You may have to do it.
Yeah. Well, you might not but that's one of those things. They might not let you on the plane. So I would just get it to make sure. Because that's one thing that's frustrated me. I've asked airlines these specific questions and they give such vague answers. So they're like, well, if we say you have to do it, then people be upset if they didn't have to do it. But we say you don't have to do it and someone gets in trouble. So they leave it so vague. Like that's why it took me so long to get these rules for 2020, new things for 2026 put together. Because I'm like, can someone give me a damn answer? So if you see me not wearing this shirt in the video, those are the add-ons. I finally got answers. Sorry. Anyway. Guillermo, hey, I'm planning to visit Austin this May for shopping. Good. Are there any places I can stay? Tons of places you can stay. So I have a couple Austin videos. They're from a few years ago, but they're still really good because the idea of keep Austin weird is more of a marketing ploy now than it is actually anything because you've got so many tech bros that move there and so many like that have gone there that the old vibe isn't so much there.
The men to women ratio is astounding. Like I'm sitting next to my husband holding his hand at a bar.
And we're like this.
Was it Rainy Street?
Yeah, on Rainy Street.
And people are hitting on me. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? Like how disrespectful, not just to my husband, but to me. And gross.
Yeah, I mean, I was filming in the park across for the skyline. There's a Stevie Ray Vaughan statue. And a guy came up to you while I was filming, and it was like.
It was hardcore hitting on me. And I'm like, dude, stop it. And he's still going on. And I'm like, you're going to get punched in the nuts in a minute.
Yeah, so that's why, we actually get people ask, like, hey, where's a good place to go meet guys or, go meet girl? I'm like, well, if you're looking for a guy in the U.S., Austin's a good place to go because there's a high guy to girl, high guy ratio, fewer girls there.
Yeah.
So that's one of those things there. But it is a fun place. You like the Johnson Presidential Museum, didn't you?
Oh my gosh, I loved that museum. I like presidential museums in general, but I didn't know much about him, and I kind of learned some stuff, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so you have a good time. Torchy's Tacos, which has now become a chain around the U.S. The original kind of ones are there, and they're really good there. When you get them around the country, they're not what they used to be, but anywhere you go in Austin, get your breakfast tacos. You'll be good. Ever Marquez, hello again. Been following you for years. Your tips have been helpful in many of my world travels. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I like Michelle's. When my son was in college, we took advantage for that, for road trips to see new things as well. Yeah, my parents. So my entire childhood, our vacations were going to Ohio to see my grandpa. So we went from Illinois to Toledo, Ohio. Not like cool Cleveland or Cincinnati or Columbus.
Toledo.
We went to Toledo to see grandpa, and then my parents had friends live in Sandusky. So we go to Sandusky to Cedar Point, which is a really good amusement park. But that was my entire, they never did anything. And then when I did my master's in Germany, this when the dollar was really strong, and it was cheaper for them to come visit me in Berlin for the weekend than it was for them to go to New York. So they came for a weekend, and then all of a sudden they became these world travelers that go everywhere. I'm like, dude,
I'm proud of them.
I know, I'm proud of them too, but I'm like, maybe I would like to have gone someplace beside Toledo for vacation. So
Nord Echo.
Why not move here to the Europe? Finland is cool. I love Finland. Like
We've lived in Europe.
Yeah, I lived for 12, 15, like I lived over a decade in Europe. I lived in Finland for years, exchange student. No, 3.5 years in Lithuania, 3 years in Germany, 5 in Portugal. Did my PhD there.
Austria.
Austria. Yeah. So there's then all the time, probably like
our
a year in
youngest
Italy.
was born in Portugal.
Yeah. So yeah.
We agree. Europe is cool. We enjoy Finland very much.
But yeah,
our kids are in school, and
their parents
taking them out and switching them as far in as they are. I guess.
Yeah, one's in college.
Caleb's in college. It's all his decision.
Yeah,
and I'm not moving my kid in high school.
Yeah, and the thing was, like, we took them a lot when they were younger. They both lived abroad, and we thought about doing it again. But also, like, our parents, like my dad's 81, and and like our parents are older, so it's like kind of want to be with them. It's not morbid, but it's like parents getting older, you need someone there. Like I have to go over and help them, once a month or something and do stuff. And, it's sometimes just easier to do that. So we have thought about it. We actually have looked at getting places in Europe as well to like move over there, not to do the Airbnb thing, but to actually live there. So which one?
That one.
This one you can touch.
Oh, okay.
Thought on people traveling to see the World Cup in the U.S. regarding the present political situation in the U.S. That's one thing. I usually avoid political stuff, but I would say this: I don't think it's going to be as big of an issue as people like to make it out to be, because that's why we have the ESTA system. So that's why Europe has the same with their EES system, which tracks the people coming in. You're legally here, that'll be fine. There's too much money to be made, and that's one thing that money will make things work. I will say I've been having a tough time getting tickets. Like I signed up for all the early stuff, all the lotteries. I got nothing except like I tried to get like Kansas City tickets. And other one, nothing. The only thing they offered me was like, oh, you could do this. You could do Houston, but you have to do the package deal. I'm like, I just want tickets. I don't want to have to hold. So it was so frustrated. Last night I was talking to my neighbor because we were thinking about going to Kansas City, and the cheapest quarterfinal that's in Kansas City, it was like $900 a ticket, and these like nosebleeds.
And you have to win 2 lotteries, right? Like
for that one, like now they're open up to everyone, so I could go in and do it that way. But
I don't want to pay $900 a person.
That's for a court, yeah, and that's like the Group K winner, and then it's not going to be like, well, we don't know the good groups yet, but like that's one of the things. Like I would like to go because here's the thing: going to those events, like we went to Copa America in Kansas City last year, 2 years ago, year before. It was awesome. It's a great experience. Like we've gone to games,
fun.
Like you've gone to Italy and games in Italy. I've gone to games in Italy. Look at that smile on her face. Like it's just fun to go.
Oh my gosh!
But I will say,
best sporting experiences of my life.
Yeah.
Right under Georgia winning the national championship and being there for it.
Yeah.
Go Dogs.
Yes. But I will say, when we were going to the Copa America, I started filming the Don'ts the World Cup, going to the World Cup. So we will have those things out, but like they haven't announced the rules for the stadiums yet, like the full thing. So once they have those rules out, like I have like the ticket stuff and I've got the, like here, if you go to any of the games, buy the merch right when you get there. Like, cause you can't, cause they have the finite amount. And once it's gone, it's gone. So you can't get it. Like I'll get it. I've never seen
anything sell out like Copa America did.
Yeah. Like literally, like we were getting like the lamest shirt possible. It was like USA. Like there was nothing. And
we got it when we walked in.
Yeah, and because things were already gone. And like we have 2 cups that we got to bring because we couldn't get more because they were sold out. Like, oh, the souvenir, and it's just like a little tiny. It's not the big souvenir.
It's a great cup, though.
It's a great cup with a little soccer ball at the bottom. It was cool. But like, get those things right when you get in. Get there early. Anyway, sorry.
But I don't think the political situation is going to be as have as much effect as people keep making it out to be. People like to freak out.
Yeah. Scary news. Remember, sex cells, it's not sex cells, it's emotion cells, and fear is an emotion. So Let's see. I like Clearwater Beach is usually voted like the best beach in Florida. Whatever, it's fine. But it depends what you want. Like if you're on the Atlantic coast or the Gulf Coast, one more calm and more wavy. I'm not a beach person. Do you have a preference for a place?
I mean, I like Clearwater and that area a whole lot. A beach is a beach. I'm not real picky about it. Like, put me down on some sand where there's water and sun.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, Quinn. Does Kayla girlfriend like everything Japanese? No, she just wants to go to Japan. She thinks it'd be cool. So that's why. Let's see. Stuart. Oh yeah, Stuart's knows. I've been in airports. The biometric system scanner has failed. Not fun. Yeah. Then that's the thing is when they go down, then it's like, oh,
what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Then they like forgot. How do I stamp? How do I put things in? Like that's one of those things.
I'm sad about stamps leaving.
Yeah, the stamps leaving, even though they're all the same one, it's like, oh, I got a B. I got an N. I got a D for Germany. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah, Joburg, Evan Marquez, I do not feel safe in Johannesburg. Yeah, I have students that have gone. They've said the exact same thing. So, hello, Kathy Walters, travel buddy.
Hi, Kath.
That's my mom there, so you can say hi to her.
Oh, look at that! They went to Cotton and Rye.
Oh, Cotton, yeah,
that's
we just
one
did
of my favorites.
We had Cotton Rye the Vault. It was awesome. Yeah, we've been there a few times. Well, you've been there more than I have.
Oh, Cotton and Rye. I'm like few times to live there. Yeah.
Yeah, Cotton Rye. Yeah, it's if you're in Savannah, there's tons of great restaurants in Savannah. Cotton Rye, you got to like take an Uber out to because it's not like right downtown, like in the historic district, but the food is so worth it. No, with your qualifications, Finland could be your place, especially since you seem to like it. I do like it.
It's cold.
Here's a funny thing. So this is years ago, but we did a bunch of like videos of Liam dancing in front of Hesburger because he loved Hesburger so much. So whenever I bump into Finnish fans, they all mention, yeah, and you like Hesburger. Like everyone, like you like Hesburger. I know.
He does. He comes home with Hesburger sauce every time he goes to Finland. No joke.
There you go, my friend. Michelle says hi, Jocelyn.
Hey.
Oh, yes. Happy. There you go. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. A little late. How many trees do you have up? It's only 2. There's a little tiny one, and then there's the one that never went down from last year. Why take it down when you're going to put it up again? And everyone said how beautiful it was at Thanksgiving.
I'm struggling to keep my middle finger down right now.
Hey, look. Yasser says, hi, Mark. Hi, Jocelyn. Hello. Thank you for the welcomes. Oh, yes. Don't forget to like the video. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, that's grateful for that.
Question, just renewing my passport. Do you think this will be the end of the hard copy passport books? No, because it's like AI. Everyone says AI is going to take over everything. It's not going to take over everything everywhere. It's like you're still going to have you're going across the land border in Bolivia to Chile. Yeah, you're gonna need a like the passport. That's why it's like I've talked to people from Australia and they get really mad. Why don't you just have a digital passport? There's no reason to have a thing. Like here's the problem: is your digital passport going to get you into hotels? Is it going to count for places like I've gone to hotels? They're like, oh, what's an American Express card? Like they don't know. Like I don't think this analog thing of the passport will go away. I think you'll have the digital passport stuff that'll be there. You can have it.
It'll be supplemental for some years.
Yeah. So yeah. Let's see.
Good morning, Eric B.
Hey! You can also on our Walters World Eats, you can see Eric B, traveling with Eric B, and Josh on the Eats of New Orleans video.
That was fun, mostly because we got to eat a lot.
Yes.
That's all I do in New Orleans.
Looks like you had fun.
I just eat and drink.
Oh, we'll be back next year, Eric. I'll reach out to let you know when we're going to be there. Hi, guys. I applied for a visa to the UK electronically in barely 2 hours. I got emailed back that my visa was approved. Yay! U.S. citizen now need visa to go to UK. Technically, it's not a visa. It's a pre-travel clearance because I get so many emails about that. Like, it's not a visa. It's not a visa. Because it's not a visa. It's pre-travel clearance. But yeah, yours took 2 hours. Yeah, mine was, I clicked yes, and then when I went to check my email, it was already in. So it is pretty quick. But for the ETA and ETIS system, when that comes in, make sure you are doing this at least 72 hours before you fly. So basically, when you buy your tickets, put your stuff in. Because then if you buy your ticket and you get denied, well, then you can petition to have it looked at again and get your money back for your tickets if you can't go. So Ooh, Chris, thank you for this information. We're headed to Krakow this May. Any advice? You'll love Krakow. Go to the Pinball Museum, pay for a couple hours, and go play old school pinball games. That's really fun. But Krakow's fantastic. And
Oh my gosh, not just the pinball museum. They had tons of like little bitty ones. There was one where we got to go hang out in a room full of butterflies. I mean, there was like a cute, fun kind of museum on every dang corner. Oh, and the salt mines were cool.
Mhm.
They have like a whole church built out of nothing but salt inside this. I mean, it's like in a cave. It's so cool. It's in a mine.
So, Citizen Mikey YouTube, Mark, how would you rate Santiago as a city? I'm thinking about going to Chile and Argentina. Cheers, Michael. I like Santiago. It's cool. It's bumpy. The flight's bumpy coming in and out.
Oh, coming out. I thought it was like we were in a Scooby-Doo movie. It looks like you're flying straight into the mountain, and like the mountain's going to slide up and you're going to go in a hidden place or something. But I loved Chile. I loved Argentina too. But Santiago was cool, but I enjoyed being out in the Atacama more than I did
that's in the north.
city.
So if you're going to go, like, Santiago's cool for a couple of days. You can go to Viña del Mar. Valparaiso is really cool with the architecture up there. That's a really cool thing. We have videos on Valparaiso. I didn't make a Viña del Mar video. We were there. Santiago, done Santiago video in the Atacama Desert. Like, check those out. It was cool.
Century modern stuff there too in Viña del Mar.
Lori, hello. Happy Thanksgiving. I was just in Lille this week. It was really nice, very easy to reach with Eurostar, very underrated, and the ways are very nice. Yeah, that's one thing is like they've gotten the service there has gotten so much better over the years.
That next one, a sneaky beaver. I don't have a question. I just want to thank you for the travel videos. We recently did a self-guided trip through Munich, Salzburg, and Innsbruck, and your videos were a huge help. That's a fun trip too. Those cities right there together and easy to do.
Yeah. Hi, for Europe travel, if EES has started but not ETIS, what questions process will we expect? So right now, literally the only thing you're going to do is you're going to arrive and they're going to scan your passport, your fingers, and your face, and then you're going to go through. And then you're in the system. That's all. Otherwise, not really much there. Hello from Croatia. Fantastic place to visit. But it's looking for a great place to go. I'm planning doing a big tour of Japan. I speak some. Oh, cool. Oh, that's going to make life a lot better. You're going to be a rock star. I can speak some Japanese, and I'm planning on improving it over there. Do you like Japan? Yes, we love going to Japan. We had a great time. What's
crazy?
Well, no, not now.
Oh no, not
yeah.
Right
now it's like great. Well, I don't.
Has...
From Korea, yeah, no, for the Euro too. It's gotten like that's why you've noticed a ton of Japan travel videos the last couple of years because
it's finally affordable.
Yeah, the yen dropped. Like when we were there, that's the only thing that's changed. It was expensive when we were there. The yen has dropped so much that now people can go. It's gonna be affordable.
Want to see my cool thing from Japan?
Yeah. I mean, you'll have a fun time. And what's cool is you'll have that modern Japan, but then you can see like the old school stuff too. It's just fantastic. Like,
I buy weird things when we travel. Usually, I always buy art, but then in Japan, I buy wax food.
And there's literally streets.
You buy like a kit, and this comes in a box, and you put all the stuff together yourself, and it's so much fun. I loved every minute of it.
Hello from Glasgow. Nice. Awesome. Say, hey, this one time. Here's what when people ask me a lot, should I go to Glasgow or should I go to Edinburgh? And I'm like, look, tourism, Edinburgh is probably a better place to go. But if you want to go have nightlife, shopping, and like live, Glasgow is probably a better option for stuff. So they're a nice thing. Metro Helsinki, always good. Let's see. I'm not 100% convinced Walter's world is an AI.
Why would that be? Like we're
dude, the AI is getting the AI is getting crazy. Well, the thing is, you have a lot of the AI slop that just like shoves so much stuff out. Like I found a channel that had like 40,000 travel videos, and the reason was I was looking at Hey There Fellow Travelers. Like, and it came up as that somebody that used it because you can tell they use someone else's video, read it with AI, and then chop it, like make these videos, and then it's insane. Luckily,
imagine how that feels for those of us who aren't AI.
I know. And what sucks is like
that should be banned.
They'll give bad advice, but people can't tell. But they have so much. It's kind of like anything. Like you can be a great swimmer, but if it's a tsunami, you can't do anything. Mm-hmm. And so that's why a lot of your favorite travel creators, you're like, I haven't seen their stuff lately. It's because there's just so much other travel garbage that's come out, and it's like in history stuff, science stuff as well, that it's hard to find. Like when I hear one of those AI voices turn on, I turn off the video right away. I'm like, and I say, do not recommend this channel because it's got a point. And I know sometimes, oh, well, that's not fair. Maybe they're using it to like because their English isn't that good or whatever. I'm like, look, YouTube translates all the videos now, so it's your voice in whatever language you want. Like this is AI slop, and it's really bad because that's one of the reasons why we started to like put out more of our reels and stuff on Instagram and stuff because we started seeing so much bad travel advice. out there, and it's really sad. Which one? I don't know.
This one.
This one? Oh, Rusty Shackelford, good to hear from you again. Asking as American, was the experience well worth living in Europe all those years? Would you want your kids to do it also when they're older? Yeah, it was worth it. Like, I loved it. We loved it. It was great.
I mean, I wish we had done it longer. And our kids, I mean, I don't know if they'll do it or not. And, but they're used to it.
Yeah. Because I talked, like, Caleb's
they're very at home there.
Yeah, Caleb's like, Caleb at least is like open to the idea. Liam's like, it's like, why? We travel all the time. Why would I want to go? So I'm like, because you go live there. It's like a whole other thing, dude. He's like,
he's 14.
Okay, so Travel Ninja.
Thank you.
Good morning, Walter. Thank you very much for the super chat. Good morning, Walter's World family. I might get either 50 or 30 for separation settlement. Can I travel all over South America using a quarter of the money? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. Like you could do like yes, like you'll be fine. If you use a quarter of that, so let's say 4,000, you spend 1,000 on the flight down, and then you can go all over. Like, oh, actually, if you like go to Colombia, you can start in Colombia and do that way. The cheaper flight, and there's some these like sorry, that's in Spain. Gol for Brazil is affordable. Who are we? Avianca. We use them. We actually did work with them. They were affordable, especially when you're there. They had Walter's World video on their planes. Yeah, on the CPAC entertainment system. We were there for a couple of years. But yeah, you have a good time. Jim and Harriet.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Hill, Mark, and Josh. Hope you're having a nice holiday weekend. Jim and Harriet, we were in DC area visiting in-laws. Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, so at least you're out in the Midwest where we're supposed to have snowpocalypse, but it's just a dusting right now. We actually had to get we were worried because Caleb was going back to school today. And they're like, it's the end time. Snow is coming.
We were predicted to get 6 to 8 inches.
Well, and a little north, like a foot, like where the airport is.
Right. So the airport was going to be like really bad. So we took him to a different airport yesterday, and thank God for miles because last minute tickets are expensive.
Yeah. So I was like, let's go.
Did you cancel today's flight of his?
I'll do that.
Do that right now. I'll handle this.
Well, okay.
No?
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay.
You know how to work this.
I do know how to do this. All right. I'm not as good as Mark at this. I know. Hi in Estonia. We do love Tallinn. Good times there. Okay. Estlander. And for Christmas fanatics, a Christmas market was also open in Old Town on Town Hall Square in Tallinn. So that would be cool. I haven't been to a Christmas market. Yeah, Mark says it's really cool. He's apparently been there. I haven't been there for that. I was only there during the summer and I loved it. I really did enjoy it very much. I'm sorry. Brandon, my son loves Napoleon in World War I. We went to visit Paris and see Invalides. Would Amin be a good base to travel around? What is your thought on that? I don't know. Amin, would that be a good place for traveling around? I haven't been there, so.
You can. You can. Are you having your own car?
The thing is, all the trains within France come and go through Paris, and so
basically, yeah.
You can switch occasionally somewhere else, but often you're going to be going back through Paris. So sometimes Paris is just like the easiest. It's also kind of more expensive.
Look at a map of it.
It's all simulation, man. Clearwater, brother, Hulkster. It's true. We have a great picture of me standing next to Hulk Hogan's statue there in Clearwater. It's pretty funny.
It means
Mark says, maybe not. He's looking at something. So, Phantom of Darkness. I had so much wine in Italy last month that I thought I was going to become an alcoholic. It's too good. Glad I don't live there in that case. Ferrera Bolzano and the entire Veneto, amazing wine. Dude, I was right there. I was in the Veneto with you last month and I didn't even know it. Drank copious amounts of Prosecco and all the kinds of spritzes because y'all, it's not just Spritz Aperol. Spritz con Campari, Spritz con Select, which is Select is from Venice and you might find it in other areas, but it's more popular in the Veneto region. And Splitz Lishu. So that's like it's just bubble water with Prosecco. So when you've had too much wine, too much Prosecco, just add some bubble water to it and water it down, but it's good. Let's see. Oh, Kathy Walters says hi. Oh, we're going to have words. Good morning, my friends. Joss, my Bama boys might play your boat puppies again soon. Ha ha. Do you see my face? Do you see it?
She's gonna find you. She's gonna find you.
Wave Rider, hello, Walter and wife. I just love traveling, and your videos give great advice. I visited the Caribbean and hope Europe and Asia will be next. We've been doing quite a bit of the Caribbean stuff lately. We were just in the Bahamas. Mark and Liam had never been. And I'd been there when I was like 20 something. Let me tell you, oh my gosh. A friend of ours describes the Bahamas as the pretty girl that knows she's pretty, because they just charge outrageous amounts of money for everything. And it's totally true. It's like, it's expensive. Like even like dumpy places, you were paying a lot of money to eat. So it was cool because we got a hotel at Margaritaville that had a kitchen in it. And so that kind of can cut down on your costs and stuff. But we had a wonderful time. People were really great. I loved that resort. I am not a resort girl. I don't like them. But I really enjoyed that one because no one was there. It was the week before Thanksgiving and nobody's there. It was super great. Ronnie Dove is on the cardio bike. Dude, yuck. I hate cardio. But I am sort of missing lifting this week because, well, Thanksgiving and now the snow, I'm probably just going to skip. All right.
Got it canceled.
If you want to travel to Britain, let's say, and Spain, you have to do the online application for each of them.
You will eventually. So for the UK, yes, the online application for Europe is that's not until the fourth quarter. So this summer, this year, you won't have to worry about the Spain part, but the UK one you have to, because starting February, I think 25th, if you do not have your ETA approval, they will not let you get on the plane. And it doesn't matter if you bought a ticket, doesn't matter if it's first class, it'll be like, later, peace out. So, oh, Jim and Harry, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you.
What's your next trip? You can do this, Jocelyn, Jim and Harry.
Thank you, y'all. I did do it. I managed without him here. I'm a little slower than he is, though, right?
Yeah, no. Next, we got a few. Like we've got like Germany for some Christmas markets, and then we've got some.
That's next.
That's next, and then after that, we both have our own adventures, going places. I'm gonna see some friends in the UK and Netherlands, and then
you're filming.
And I'm filming, and then
and then
don't you have something in January?
No, in February I go to that iconography class.
Oh,
that's a trip, though.
That is a trip.
It's a trip.
That's gonna be cool.
It will
That's gonna be cool. So thank you very much for the super chat. That's really nice of you. Let's see. Travel Ninja. I don't know if usually it shows the super chat. So I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Travel Ninja. We did answer that. We talked about the good more. Yeah. We got that one already. We got that one taken care of. Okay. So I was
sometimes the little sticker for it doesn't pop up for us. It just comes in the feed. And so we get a little behind when you do a super chat. Sometimes we don't see it right away.
Yeah. So, but thank you. And I hope you got your question.
Oh, Montevideo. Victoria Mendez says, hello from Montevideo, Uruguay. Now is the best time to visit our country until mid-March. Excellent weather and sandy beaches.
And Tanat wine, which is the bomb. Also, sneaky tasty snack. They have French fries with a mushroom sauce on top that you eat with your buddies while you're drinking. Freaking amazing. Amazing.
I loved Uruguay. Part of it is the Tanat. I wish y'all exported more of that.
Well, they just have a lot of space. They
no, they don't. I mean, they drink it all.
They drink it all. They drink it all. But then it was like I was talking to somebody there, and they're like, "Yeah, some of the big wineries in Argentina are bigger than the entire Tanat, like where they can grow it in Europe."
Yeah, that would make sense.
So, but Ronnie Deb loved Australia. Can't wait to go back in October. We'll probably do some states earlier in the year.
Hey,
nice. See this? Brig, stop eating stuff.
It's trying to eat my Christmas
I'm glad our Edinburgh videos could help out. That's cool. I'm glad we can. I'm always glad that we can help people with their travels. That's nice to know that. That's my thing. It's I feel like I'm a little part of everybody's trip. Do you think it's worth visiting New York in about a Okay, she doesn't like cold weather. Okay.
It's wet and snowy and messy and cold. Ick.
However, you can still enjoy it when you go there at that time.
I mean, you
Jocelyn.
might. I couldn't.
Yeah, well, the walking the history trail, the red line around Boston might be a little cold, but it's
A
still
little. Have you seen Boston in the winter?
true. Our friend Katie lives there, and she used to have pictures when she lived there. They have like 9 feet of snow and
When
stuff.
they lived like downtown.
Fine, it's gonna be cold down good.
It was like literally feet over their heads. And Katie's a lot taller than me. I mean, that's what they would shovel off this. I don't even know how you shovel a sidewalk when it's that much. Insane.
Okay, Tommy, traveling with a pram in a month's time, where most Euro International are pretty accommodating. So there's no pram is a buggy, is a baby stroller like things.
That's what you call it.
So if you're doing, and prams are usually the bigger ones. So when we took with the kids, we like when they were really little, we'd take the big pram sometimes. Sometimes we just had the umbrella stroller. We'd buy an umbrella stroller over there and just leave it. But when Liam was like real little, like we had the full thing, we'd go.
Okay, depending on how old your kid is, if they're like toddlerish and you need a stroller, take like an umbrella stroller, the little tiny one that folds up and it's just got the little handles. Take that because you're going to have to be going up and down stairs no matter kind of where you are throughout Europe. And like one of us will hold the back end and the other one would grab the front and we would walk down the stairs that way and then holding Caleb's hand or whatever, however.
Or then there's a time because there's not always an elevator, or you might always find the right thing. The elevator might not be working and you're like carrying that bad boy by yourself. But I will say Europeans are very helpful. I've always had people that would help us. And I always help people when we go. And it's like people aren't surprised people help. So know that there. So Martin wants to know, what are the most walkable cities in the South? From Europe, wanted to visit Texas and Florida. I'll let Jocelyn.
I was going to say Charleston and Savannah are the most walkable.
Charleston, Savannah, and New Orleans.
But Texas and Florida.
None. Zero. Okay, St. Augustine in Florida.
Austin. Like downtown Austin.
Downtown Austin, yeah, but not like Dallas. No. San Antonio, yes.
Yeah. San Antonio is definitely one. Not.
Yeah, San Antonio and Austin.
So much.
That's it. Oh well,
Florida?
if you want to a small town, go to Fredericksburg in the Hill Country. That's nice. You can walk around there. But that's a small town. But yeah, sorry, there's not much walking.
Yeah, like I'm sitting here thinking about Florida. I'm like, nah, you need a car.
Yeah, you need a car. Sorry.
Welcome to America.
Yeah. See. Oh, Chris. Okay. So more. I'll be traveling to Prague and Budapest next year. How prevalent is credit card acceptance? Super high.
Mm-hmm.
The only places that I wasn't using it was like when I would buy the like kiosk stuff, like get the langos, like the fried bread stuff, and even some of those were taking freaking Apple Pay in Prague. So you'll be fine there, but not American Express, Chris. Make sure you have MasterCard or Visa. Like literally, there's places we don't even the Chattanooga one.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mr. CC, greetings from Chattanooga. Clark here. Do you have any videos about or on Canada? We have done the Rocky Mountaineer, Vancouver to Banff. Ooh, that's
yes.
nice
So we
one.
have do's and don'ts of PEI, Quebec City, Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, Vancouver. We have those, and then general Canada stuff. We have all those. Just search the town and put town name in Walter's World, and if you don't see it, it's probably still there because the older videos YouTube doesn't put up there, so they'll probably show you like the don'ts of like the Caribbean or something first. But we do have those things there.
I just hadn't. It's all similar.
It's all simulation, man.
I need my glasses. I just had an overnight in Chicago via Amtrak, and I loved it. Looking forward to going back to spend a little more time wandering the neighborhood. So I do love kind of meandering through Chicago when we go up for the day and whatever. Mm-hmm. And neighborhoods can be pretty distinct there, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. New Mexico. We sure enjoyed your 12 days of Christmas vlog. Thanks for sharing. No problem. So for those who know, last Sunday I put out the first 10 years all in a row from the first year 2015 through 2024 of all of our 12 days of Christmas. So we put out we sing 12 days of Christmas all around the world. And today after I finish this, I start on the fun that is editing that bad boy together, because it's 72 different parts from 72 different places, putting those together, and then it's like trying to it's like track.
And then we always forget one.
Yeah, so that's why if you watch for the videos, there'll be like a random one with the kids, like they'll do the intro of something at our house, and then there'll be something like, oh, we forgot the intro. So that's gonna be coming. So the 2025 one will be out probably the 13th of December is the plan. So, here's a question for you, Jocelyn.
And
Thank
Magic,
you.
thank you
the
for the super chat. Jocelyn, where's the best place to buy unique shoes in Paris? I will be there in a few weeks. So my favorite dress shop also has shoes, and they always have great colors. Heroines. There are like several locations. The one I always go to is on Rue de Abbesse in Montmartre, and
right by the Abbesse Metro stop.
Yep. And so if you're facing Heroines, got a big blue facade just to the left. The road sort of tees, and right there is another shop. I can't remember the name, and it's got like a reddish pink front. It's more pink, I guess, like fuchsia. Anyway, they always have some cool shoes too. So those are like my two shoe places. But listen, here's what I did this summer when we were in Paris. I signed up for this class where you get to make a purse. What was the name of that place?
That's when we should put on.
I know. It was the coolest thing. So they take remnants from like Chanel and like all these high-end fashion houses, and they take their cuttings and bits or things that don't quite live up to those standards of those high-end things, and they teach you to make a bag. And it's like the coolest thing. You literally sew it yourself. They do have someone to help you if you're not a great seamstress. I mean, I can sew, but I'm not amazing at it. And it was like one of the coolest experiences. So what my bag is made out of parts of YSL scarves, and it's just the coolest unique thing, and it's mine, and I made it literally to match a pair of shoes that I bought at Heroines in Paris. So there you go. Hope I helped.
That didn't get on the thing anyway.
We need to cut that thing off. That angers me. Thank you.
That's a bot.
I know it's a bot. It still angers me when bots say things about our marriage.
I know.
Stick it up their body butt.
So Eamon Travel Transfer has a good point. DC, I know it's not the South. Well, some people say it might because it's near Virginia, whatever. I wouldn't say it is. But DC is very walkable. It's huge, but it is walkable to go to a lot of stuff. So you're right. That's true.
They do have huge sidewalks.
And the metro is really good. So yeah.
Like, ooh, and also the Ethiopian food. That's our jam.
Yeah,
when we go to DC, it's like get the Ethiopian food.
DC and Vegas. We always get Ethiopian food. It's the two best places to get Ethiopian foods in the U.S. So let's see. Oh, there you go. There you go. She said thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, hold on. I'll get more questions here. Hey, Rally Creative. Thanks. Love y'all.
It was Rally that was fussing about the stupid Crimson Tide.
Oh, yeah. Losers. They won anything.
Caleb Bailey. We're taking our 3 teenagers to the UK for 2 weeks this summer, starting in London and leaving out of Edinburgh. With all the civil unrest in the UK in the news, do you feel it's safe? You'll be
yes,
all right.
I have zero worry.
You know what?
Not zero, but like.
But pay attention to large groups and gatherings. Like we are very big on, if you see some kind of protest, just go the other way. Yeah. Like use your thinking cap. You'll be all right.
I'm not. I mean, here's the thing: is like anywhere, the bad news always wins. Like because people are scared, and then the news knows if you're scared, you're going to watch longer. So it's a money thing too. And that's why, like, we went to Brazil before the World Cup and the Olympics because all the news is like, you're going to get Zika. You're going to, I mean, Brazil does have issues. I'm not going to lie. Rio has issues, but you can still enjoy the country and go places. And it's not all that. And I was so upset because that's all people focus on. So, like, right now, if you go abroad, it looks like America's burning down. And we watch the news from the UK, it's burning down. Like
our friends, when I was in Italy, they're like, are you guys okay? And I'm like,
it's like, yeah,
fine, dude.
I don't notice anything different. It's like, but it is one of those things. It's good to like pay attention to those things. And what's nice is a lot of the U.S. the Department of State actually has warnings, and they're I mean, they always have the minimum like, hey, be careful everywhere you go because you could get murdered anywhere in the world. You're like, yes, because I get murdered in my hometown too, But they're a little overly cautious. But they at least have some of the stuff like, hey, there is a protest you need to watch out for. So there are alerts you can sign up for, like
with our embassies.
Yeah, with your embassies where you're going to go. Like when I take students abroad, everyone gets signed up, and everybody gets like their phone number goes to the embassy. So if there is anything goes on, we all get texted and all kinds of stuff to get the information. Because I bathed.
But you just did something out of a waft of something. It smells really nice. I like it.
There you go.
Can I just sit here and sniff you for a little bit?
I think that's for the OnlyFans version. I don't know.
We don't have one of those.
No, not yet.
Omar.
We can make $5 a day on me watching you talk to me. I'm like, hey, look at that pretty lady. Okay, sorry. Let's see. Sorry. You talk about how awesome you are, and then I could do that for hours.
I'll talk about how awesome you are.
Okay.
I married the best human on earth.
Oh, hush.
Sorry, you all got shafted.
That's why I share my love of travel with everyone. So do you use eSIMs for your phone when you travel? So what do you suggest? So I get a lot of requests from eSIM companies to put eSIM ads on our videos. I have friends that like them. Matt and Nat always use them. Here's the thing. It's like you can get an eSIM and have it set up. They're fine. There's not much of a difference between them. I just because we already have it packaged into our phone bill. That's when I travel because I travel so much, and I want to make sure I can always get my normal phone calls on there as well because like we have a house, we have a business, and we have like what? We have a lot of people that work like with us and for us. I'm like, I can't be away because I'm their livelihood. Like I'm putting their family through college, all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, I got to be honest. I don't actually use the eSIMs. I just do my normal phone, but they are fine. They are good. I know when I have students going abroad, I'm like, well, I don't know. My parents don't want to pay that. I'm like, get an eSIM. It's not free, but that's the thing. It's not free. A lot of people think they're free. Like they're not free. Okay. So there is that, but yeah, sorry. Go on.
I don't know how to pronounce your name.
Kusa.
Hello, booked tickets for Romania yesterday. Is Brasov and Bucharest a good combination? Super good. Oh my gosh. I'm ready to go back to Romania. It was like the surprise of our summer trip. I loved Brasov. Oh my gosh. If you're into shopping or you're going with someone who likes to shop, there were some cool little, like the tiniest, I bought that in Brasov. So right across from like the square and everything on the main street right there, this little tiny boutique, and it's all like made by local designers. And oh my gosh, I loved it. Bucharest was really fun. I'm Greek Orthodox, so I got to go to Orthodox liturgy on a Sunday, and it was so cool seeing that like in a whole different language, but doing the exact same thing. That was really cool for me. Yeah. But I loved Bucharest. I loved the atmosphere. I loved the architecture. Ooh, that really cool library that you sent Sam and I to. Oh, well,
it's a bookstore.
It's a bookstore. Whatever. It's not a library.
It's really cool.
You have to pay for the books.
Yeah, but it's like some bookstores are like there's the ones in Portugal. There's one in the UK, like London. They're like destination people go to. It's worth it. But that's when you actually I'll actually buy a book here. So I
did buy a book there. It's
Caleb, thanks for the Spain and Portugal videos. We loved it there, especially Cordoba. Yeah, I love Cordoba. I took students there 2 years ago.
We went 2 years ago when we got engaged.
That's true. We did. So there's that. Oh, here's a video one for you. Don't be a hater, roll time.
Hush. Just hush.
Okay. Robin, thinking of the Netherlands trip in April or May. Yep. What are the best places to experience amazing flowers? And is late May still good for by late May, they're mostly gone.
It's late April because I've done this and I look it up all the time. Liam's birthday is at the end of April, so I have to go like kind of early or kind of late. But literally the last 2 weeks of April are your best bet. Usually there are all sorts of calculators out there you can actually look up. And
the Keukenhof has a thing. Like you're going to go to the Keukenhof, you got to go there. And don't go on the weekend, go during a weekday because the weekends get crazy, especially the holiday. Like I have a video that
the Dutch are there too.
Robin, if you look up the Don'ts, the Keukenhof, Walter's World, I have it where I filmed. It was a holiday weekend day off. It was crazy packed. Jocelyn went. There's hardly anybody there during the week. And I was there like first week of May.
So the Keukenhof is like, it's almost like a museum to flowers. There's gardens and all these beautiful things, and they'll have art things made up from flowers. But the other part of that is I rented a bike there. And we just rode all around the tulip fields. Like we just rode a bike forever. We bought like a bunch of tulips and took them back to the apartment we were staying in. And you know what?
And Jocelyn got so sick that when there was an ambulance like nearby, her friends thought she was dead.
I had bronchitis, and then I went riding around in the damp, wet air.
She did not come back in the best shape on that trip.
I was really, really sick. And so it's so bad that
was that with your sister?
My sister and Lori, and they went to go get food, and they came back and saw an ambulance, and they thought it was for me. That's how sick I was.
But it wasn't. You were fine. You're still here with us today. Carmen, thanks. Hey, happy and safe travels, Mark and Jocelyn. Everyone here is hoping for a good 2026. Amen to that.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Gina. I love your videos. Been watching you guys for years. Thank you. It's funny, like when I'm on campus teaching, I'll like walk through the quad and students will be like, wait a minute. Like, oh, I used to watch your video when I was a kid. I'm like, you're like 18. I'm like, oh, thanks. Because during COVID, a lot of geography teachers and Spanish teachers, language teachers were using our videos to teach culture because they didn't have a lot of stuff online. So there's like a whole generation of like the COVID kids that like they knew us from that era. And now they're in college now. So they'll see me like, what are you doing? I'm like, I work here. What? I'm like, yeah, YouTube doesn't pay enough to be a full-time job. Sorry.
Amen Travel Transport budget travel trip tip for Sweden, one of the hardest countries to budget travel. That's true. There are many options in the fresh bakery sections of Migros and Coop to suffice.
Or Co-op.
Spend $5. Yeah. I mean, and that's a big thing because Switzerland is freaking expensive. I mean, how many years ago was it? We were there like 14 years ago, probably. And y'all went and got 2 McDonald's meals and a Happy Meal. It was like $500 million.
Yeah. It's today's prices in the US, but 14 years ago there, it was like, so it was like at the time, it was like $2.50 for a Happy Meal in the US. And there was like $10. It was insane. Which one am I doing?
This.
Koos is back. Ta-da. Thanks. Now I feel better for Romanian choice. Have you ever been to Cyprus? If you're not, are you considering it? Ask because we were from there. So I've only been to North Cyprus. I haven't been to the Republic, but I do want to get us there. So that's actually one. We're looking at doing because Liam wants to get to 100 countries before we kick him out of the house in a few years. And there's like for what he means in Europe, it's like Liechtenstein, Cyprus, what's his name? Liechtenstein, Cyprus, Serbia, Belarus, Ukraine. I mean, we're not going there right now. Moldova. I think that's it.
No, but
Monaco.
That's him. I'm like, what's
so like I've been putting together like for a summer trip, just hitting all the like do it like why? So Cyprus is on the list to get there. For the Republic. So
Rick, I can't read. We're going to Bordeaux.
Dordogne region next summer. Are there other hidden gems or lesser known things to think about in addition to visiting the chateaus and villages and all the travel videos? So one thing, let's go to Entrecôte. Go to Entrecôte in Bordeaux. That was fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
I would say one thing: if you're going around Dordogne region, like tours go to Bordeaux. Some, not a lot, because it's kind of like the end of the line, unless you're going into like northern Spain. A lot of people don't go there, so it kind of like ends there. So people go there, but that other rest of the region, renting a car and going exploring around in the villages there is actually really nice because they don't get they get the wine tours, but they don't get a lot of other tours. So you go and explore the city and stay in those or the towns and go and explore in those little villages there. That's actually a really nice experience, like a really good way to meet locals when you are there, because they're like, we get the wine tours, which are different than like normal tourist kind of stuff, because usually the wine tours do the wine tours, they go back to their hotels in Bordeaux or someplace, and if you're staying in the villages, and they have these things called guides you can stay at, which are like local farmhouses, which is cool, so you have a good time. I love it there. Like Bordeaux and that whole region is fantastic.
Chris Frank says, Jocelyn, we were doing the icon course in May. When I was in Greece, we stopped at an icon studio ran by a Greek Orthodox priest. I'm doing it in South Carolina. It's here in the States. And it's like a week-long thing. I'm pretty excited about it that I got accepted because, man, I hadn't put together a portfolio since I went to school at SCAD. And
a few months ago.
I was really nervous, but they accepted me.
Because you're awesome.
Yay.
So, thank you very much for the super chat. New parents, congratulations. Congrats. Best European destinations for a 6 to 12-month-old, stroller-friendly, sleep tips for the baby, and time changes.
Okay, 1, Italy, because they will eat your baby up. And also Portugal. Like, I mean,
the grandmas will come out like, I hold baby, you eat, we hold baby. And like, no one up. We will cook for no one until you finish eating because we will hold baby.
And there will be lines. You will get through all the lines.
Because there's a special line with babies, with little kids. Even when Liam was still like 12, they're like, no, you go around. And so all of those lines, you don't have to worry about it.
That's really fantastic. Stroller friendly.
Okay,
So there are steps everywhere in Europe. I mean, it's just not, they don't have ADA like we do in the States. So it's a little more difficult. That's why we try to take the lightest possible stroller. There is one by Kiko. In the States, we call the company Chico. And it's like your lightweight umbrella stroller, but it's a little more sturdy and it lays all the way down. So you can like kind of cuddle them up and let them sleep. And it's got good sun visors because you'll need that, particularly in Southern Europe. Sleep tips for the baby and time changes. I mean, you can try, but your kids are just going to do what they're going to do. What you need to be ready for is when they get fussy, stop wherever you are. Our kids can sleep literally anywhere because of our travels. And, you know, right now, as a new parent, before you get to that 6 to 12 month thing, when you think you're going to be traveling, when my kids would fall asleep, we would turn the TV on. I'd run the vacuum. I made it so that they could sleep through sound from day one, so that when we got to that place, they could sleep pretty well. And I'm going to tell you, the worst time, the hardest time to travel with a kid is the day they start walking for about the next 6 months. So like with Liam, he started walking at like 15 months.
He's really lazy. Late. He's a lazy baby.
But that's the hardest time because they don't understand that they can't. And Leah or Caleb started walking at 9 months. My kids are like yin and yang, man. But by the time he was 18 months, it was really easy to travel with him with the walking. It's just they don't like to not be going. Once they realize they can walk, they just want to run all the time. So there's that. But the sleep is just stop when they need to sleep, and always keep some kind of like when you're in France, you'll notice that all the little kids are really quiet and they all have a big old chunk of bread in their hand. We do that. We would just give our kids a chunk of bread and it would keep them calm, you know?
So, and kind of going along with JT, there was another question from Tommy. What's the best way of using cabs or Uber within cities in Spain, Portugal, you need a baby seat? Okay, so if you have a newborn, you have like take yours with you. Like we did that, and so we had the Kiko thing. We could lock them in because we could use the seat belts and put them on, and then we hop out. We just put them in the stroller, like put the pumpkin seat in the stroller and go. Like some countries, like if you're in Germany, they have
some of them have like cabs will have built-in
ones,
but they're not for infants.
No,
they're not for newborns.
And they'll be like, we can't. I mean, we had like, I'm sorry, I can't take you. You have a child. Like they'll just be like, in Portugal, they'll like in Portugal and Spain, they'll be like, oh, just hold the baby.
That was really tough for me. I did not do that. We took the pumpkin seat in the big daddy
and also we lived there, so we already had to there. But remember, your stroller pumpkin seat thing does not count as luggage, like on airlines.
Oh, and also you can get, even for the pumpkin seat, you can get, as they get a little bit bigger and they've got the bigger, more upright car seat, you can get these telescopic handles that go on them, and it makes them like a suitcase with wheels, and you just kind of drag them around. Way better than those things I see people putting them in like a bag and carrying them on their back, and I'm just like, oh my God, I feel bad for you. So that's really good. Okay.
So Red, hi, great channel. Thank you very much. For a 12-night, enough time to trip would suggest seeing Northern Italy, Piedmont, Lake Como, Venice, then spending time in Switzerland. Long do you suggest doing separate trips? So 12 nights, like Lake Como, you can do it a day. I won't lie to you. Piedmont, you need a few days, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I think you can.
Yeah, if you only did those, you could do it. You'd be a little pressed for time-ish, but you could do it. Like
depends on how deep you want to get into stuff.
Yeah,
and
like
how much, you know.
Yeah, so I mean, it's doable. I mean, if you're like, and especially if you're like, I wouldn't do 2 separate trips because I think that might be too. There's more stuff you could do in a different kind of trip, because if you break it up into 2 trips, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna do a whole Switzerland trip, and they're gonna do an Italy trip, where you're gonna go into the center of Italy too.
Hang
on. Good morning, Walter and Jocelyn. George from St. Augustine, Florida.
Hey.
Jocelyn, like that. If you look on Jocelyn's, or did I put that on yours? Don'ts of St. Augustine. Jocelyn has a Don'ts of St. Augustine video you can check out. She had a good time when she was there.
I did. I loved it. All the history, man, it was good stuff.
Christian, hey Walter, I saw you recording in Sofia, Bulgaria this summer. This material released. So that's one. It's currently they're currently being edited. The thing is, like, when I have the summer videos, like, because when we were in Sofia, it was like 40 degrees Celsius. Putting out any, like, because I put out something that was filmed in the hot summer and like it's snowing outside now. People are like, wait,
People
what's
don't
this?
watch it.
They don't watch it. So that's why, like, if we were there in the winter and did it, it'd be perfect right now. So those will probably come out in the spring. That's why our videos we make, we call it called evergreen content. Like, I talk about the culture, I talk about the food. I don't say a restaurant, I don't say a hotel, because those things change. But the information we give is all culture based. That's why you can watch our videos from 10 years ago and they're still good. So but that's coming out there. But those are ones we're getting off to the editors now. It takes a long time.
I didn't love Sofia. I was like kind of surprised at that, but I loved the rest of Bulgaria very much. I don't know. Sofia just felt stifling to me somehow. Maybe it was just the weather, because a lot of the summer felt stifling.
Oh my god! Because after we left there, we went to Macedonia and it was like 106.
Hang on, where were we? Oh my gosh, what was the town with all the big statues? What's
Skopje.
Skopje, yeah. It was just, God, that was stupid hot.
See, Chris Bates, I remember traveling with our son when he was little. It was so fun to find local playgrounds. Remember the one that was right behind Notre Dame? Yep. Oh, yeah. And that's the thing, is like, kids will play with kids anywhere. Like, that's why we always had the Uno, like we still do, the Uno cards, because it was a rainy day we could play. And then, like, if you're at a hotel or place with other little kids, because they all know colors and numbers, so you can play however. And it was great. It was a great way to meet people.
Also a soccer ball.
We've
got little bitty soccer balls
everywhere,
or big ones all over the world. And often with those, we leave them wherever we are. Like, particularly when we're in, South America and Africa and stuff, and just leave them, and the kids, then get to have the whole thing.
So, sorry, my Skrillex not so good. Hi, Mark. 10+ year watch here. Thank you very much. What's your opinion on the situation around Venezuela, and is it safe traveling near the U.S.? In the U.S., yeah, you're fine. Venezuela, with the government there and how things are, I would not be going to Venezuela anytime soon. We actually have family who are from Venezuela, and they get, like, they tell their family tells them stuff like that. They're like,
not going back.
Yeah, they're not going. Like, they're like, no. Yeah. Like, and their family that's there could leave, and they're like, it's like, we have all the money in the world, but you can't buy anything because it's all gone. So
right above that, Wave Rider 227. As a traveler, sadly, I do find that people are usually affected by the media scare. It's so true. And we are lucky that if we see something crazy, we can often call people who live in the area or something and learn from them. Like, what it's like on the ground is completely different often than what the news is telling you.
And I think that's one of the things, like, when you see let's talk about the over tourism, the last couple of years, you see all these videos of Barcelona, and there's a lady shooting water guns at tourists, and they're like, oh, look at all the people in Spain hate tourists, they don't want you to go there. I'm like,
well, that lady does,
but that makes such a great picture. It's like the headline. It's like, I got to have the sound bite kind of thing. And so they do that, and they show that. But
is that the norm?
Yeah, because this was going on when those things were going on. I was literally in Barcelona with 23 American students, and some for international students as well, there for 10 days with them. And literally, we're going to local festivals and stuff, and everybody's so awesome to us. And I'm like, where was the protest? Like, I missed this, And I'm like, and then the thing is, the protesting, like the over-tourism protesting, a lot of it's not about, some of it's about the tourists, but some of it's just because they made housing unaffordable from the Airbnbs, the VRBO, those kind of things. That's what it is. It's the lack of housing. People are
actually probably more upset about the fact that they cannot afford to live in the city they were born and raised in.
Yeah, and the affordability crisis for all of us everywhere. Anyway, so there's that one there. So thank you, Jim and Harriet. Thank you for the super chat. Think back to your most memorable meal you can taste right now. Bigly con Arna. It's the big fat bigly noodles made with a duck ragu sauce in northern Italy. And every time I would go visit my buddy Nando, his mom would know I was coming, and she would make it. And so I'd come like, my mama made it for you. So, and Elisa would have her stuff made for me. So that's my favorite. It's so good.
I mean, maybe because I just answered that question about Bordeaux, I'm thinking about the entrecôte in Bordeaux. That's a really big one.
Steak and fries, basically.
It's steak and fries, but
so much more than that.
I don't know. They have this like mustard sauce, which sounds really ew, but is so freaking good.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's on my mind.
If I can see myself getting fatter just thinking about food. It's like I'm like, oh, my cheeks popped out. Tommy, we were talking about with the prams and stuff.
Mhm.
Thanks for answering my questions, guys. Plus, thank you for all the videos through the years. My wife and I have had so many great times. We live in our travels and getting excited for our next. That's awesome,
Cool.
especially with the little one. Because I love traveling with the little ones. I remember I was at a conference once, and it was a social media conference, and this guy's like, "Oh, we're gonna have a kid, so I'm gonna burn my passport because I'm never gonna travel again." I'm like, I'm like, you can travel with kids. It's fine. Here's the crazy thing. There's kids all over the world.
Oh yeah, they are born, live, and survive in other
Yep.
places.
Yeah.
I mean, who knew, right?
Like you'd be surprised at stuff.
People freak out about taking your kids places. I'm like, well, there are children there, and I really get upset with like the food thing. I mean, do you remember we were eating in a Mexican restaurant locally? And Liam was bitty. I mean, but he was eating food, like baby food. And so I'm sitting there feeding him refried beans. And the women behind
Not
me.
shoveling it, but just give
No,
us
I'm just feeding him. He's a baby. I'm feeding him refried beans. And these women behind me are doing, the angry whisper where like they really intentionally want me to hear them. And they're like, I can't believe that she would feed that baby refried beans. I'm like, what do you think kids eat in
other places?
Mexico? Like, I mean,
or like, and it's like, what do you think?
It's food.
I don't know. That's why I'm always amazed. I'm like it's not like they're shoving hot sauce down this face, like
Although with Liam, you probably could have.
Oh, yeah.
That kid is like, I think he has hot sauce running through his face.
Here's the thing. So Liam is 4.5 years younger than Caleb, and Caleb didn't do hot sauce at all. And then Liam was like 2 or 3, and he's like, "Give me the hot sauce." And Liam's like, "Shh." And so Caleb got shamed into eating hot sauce. Now he eats hot sauce. But it was funny that Liam was the one when he was like a little tiny kid, shamed his brother.
I think it's because I ate copious amounts of Indian food when I was pregnant with Liam, and it was like hot. And I think there's something happened there. Anyway.
Solomon, hey, Walter's World. Hello, I'm 13. I'm going to Italy. Awesome. Rome and Florence. You have a good time. During Christmas and New Year's. Okay, so during that time, they both get busy because a lot of people are off, but people are in really good mood. So you have a good time. There'll be some like Christmas market stuff out there. So there'll be like Christmas foods and stuff and drinks you can get as a 13-year-old. There are non-alcoholic things. So, but your parents might want to have the alcohol. But they have like kid punch and stuff there. So you have that. Any advice, or do you have any really underrated place to go? Love your videos. So in terms of Rome, the underrated thing I would say is when you're going out to eat, look for places that aren't anywhere near the tourist stuff. Like 3 or 4 or 5 blocks away.
Listen for local voices.
Yeah,
if you hear a lot of Italian, it's probably going to be good.
Yeah, and the thing is like, don't judge an Italian restaurant by looking at it. Like the food is like, you can look up online for the ratings and stuff because Italians love to rate the food places. So the food thing's gonna be good. You as being 13, probably one of the fun things you might want to look into and tell your parents, hey, we could do a make your own pizza thing. Like literally, it's like a food tour. Mm-hmm. So like I've taken students that are a little bit older than you,
but our kids were with us.
Our kids were, and they loved it. And so like you get to try all this different food in the market, and then they're like, oh, now we're going to the pizzeria, and you literally make your own dough and you make your own stuff. And it's like, hey, I made, and they show you how it is. It's kind of a fun thing to do. And if you're tell your parents they need to book it now because it gets busy during that time, so you can get that there.
Also, there is a book series called Not for Parents. It's a guide, and it's like cities, and it's all stuff like slated for kids. Some of it might be a little juvenile for you at 13, partially because I'm reading the way you wrote. And by the way, that is very mature writing of you. But anyway, it has to be in here somewhere.
We had it.
Nope, that's not it.
Anyway,
so these books give you like fun kid things to do and ways to like learn and experience the culture sort of in a way that isn't
it's kind
mundane.
It's written more for like 12-year-olds. I know you're, but it's like it's geared for 12-year-olds, but it'll do stuff for like little kids to like teenagers. So that could be something to check out. It's a Lonely Planet book. You can ask Santa to bring it to you if you're early. So have that.
Seriously frustrated that I can't find that book. Oh, nope, that's not it either.
Best country for junk food. Belgium. The chocolate is insane. It is insane. The waffles are insane. The fries are insane. The fries are my winner. Like, I love the fries in Belgium. God, they're so good. So good.
Well, God.
Okay. Any advice on convincing my kids to go to Spain instead of on a cruise? Legionnaire's disease.
Yeah, just tell them about all the poop transmitted germs
on there.
the
Yeah, you're like,
roofs. Our
yeah.
kids
Do
are
you want to
like,
smell the
"What?"
poop all downtown? Other people like, yeah.
Spain is beaches. There's like
Cool sites.
really cool sites where they get to like it's experiential. We've done a lot of
Roman
cooking.
ruins.
We've done a bunch of cooking classes in Spain that our
Mhm.
kids and like Caleb is very into
Soccer
cooking.
ball.
Liam is not. Oh yeah, take them to all the soccer stadiums. You
Yeah.
can go into all of them or take them to a game or a match, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See. 13 in Italy, he'll get a wine glass. Yes, Caleb was what, 14 there?
15.
15. And Caleb's, he's more like Jocelyn. Not a thick, husky fellow like myself, but a young, vivacious, looks decades younger. Well, I mean, you look like you're
have
5.
to be decades old.
You look like you're 5 and you're only 25, but yeah, Chris, very true.
I love you so much.
Okay, so less touristy place. Bergamo, Brescia, Bergamo. Bergamo's nice around there. Garda Lake. You can go to Gardaland, the amusement park that's there. Torino, though it's famous, not a lot of tourists go there. It's kind of nice for a day or two. And I'll videos
you
for that.
You can get all the way to Vicenza. I mean, I've
Verona's not.
Verona.
Oh, you could go like Torino, Bolzano.
Bolzano's nice.
Yeah.
There's quite a few smaller towns that.
A few beers. That sounds good. Yeah, there's quite a few. You have a lot of options there. Oh. ML Wiz 950. You two helped me plan my French-Italian honeymoon 2019. Awesome. Plan a spring trip to Germany and Austria. If you had to choose a reason as a focal point for a trip, what would it be? So for that, I would probably, as a tourist, I would focus in the Bavarian part.
Fly into Munich.
You can do there's a 2-hour like slow train. Goes to Salzburg. You can go there. Come back. You got Regensburg. Sorry, you'd have to flip it over. So let me do it from your map side. Munich's here. Salzburg's here. Regensburg is here. Nuremberg is here. Bamberg is here. There's that. Then you could obviously do like Brexgarten and like Neuschwanstein Castle. You can do those things.
Innsbruck.
Yeah, you go down to. I love Innsbruck.
I love Innsbruck.
Like that, and I would focus there because then you don't spend a ton of time traveling around the countries. You can have that, and you can see a lot of really good Austrian, really good Germany. So hopefully that can help a bit. Let's see.
That's a good question. Cats are gods 969.
Yeah, we'll finish. Yeah.
Which destination surprised you the most?
Rwanda.
Oh, I had the highest of hopes for Rwanda, and they exceeded them. I don't know that it surprised me. I just loved it. That I knew I was going to love it. I think Romania was one, and also North Macedonia.
Yeah, North Macedonia was cool. Yeah,
and it was just, a lot of people fuss about Skopje and like the big how they made all these new buildings and statues and whatever. And I'm like, well, you know what? That's kind of what we do. Like, look back. Rome didn't look like Rome, until it looked like Rome. So,
yeah.
And the people there were so cool. And Romania was just, it was kind of breathtaking this summer.
Hey, from Kansas City. Hopefully we're trying to get tickets to go see a match this summer.
No, we're not. They're too expensive.
They're too expensive. Well, maybe we get an early round. I mean, crazy. Anyway, yes, I usually do a food tour almost everywhere I go so I can try the local cuisine. The tours tend to support more local restaurants that are off the tourist path. Yes, absolutely. And that is a really good thing. And one thing I would tell you, if you're looking at food tours, look at the food they're having and you want to read the description of the tour because, like, we've gone, like, Savannah's got tons of food tours. But the thing is, like, do you want to do a southern food tour? It's like, if you're in Savannah, you really do the southern food tour, though they have they'll have like an international food tour. I'm like, yeah, but I'm here in Savannah. I want to have the southern stuff, right? Yeah. I want my, grits and I want my, other stuff. Like I want my other things that are there. So we have that. Okay. Yeah, cats are guy. Yeah, Skopje. You talked about that.
I really did enjoy Skopje. I know, except that it was so hot. I mean, it was super miserable. Like we didn't go out until 6:00 at night.
Yeah,
it was.
I went out to film. I put the camera in the shade, and it was still overheated. Like usually, like sometimes it overheats in a hot day, but like this was literally like every minute the camera would shut down because it was overheating. So like I had all these videos I wanted to film there, and I just couldn't because it was just.
You know what I got there? So I got
a kiss from your Who's band.
Yes, I did. I got 2 pairs for 2 of my girlfriends for helping out while we were gone.
The
These
slippers.
beautiful handmade, they were sort of like mule slipper kind of things, leather, beautiful, beautiful shoes. And they were really inexpensive. And I don't know, they were like a really cool gift, and they packed really flat. So it was nice to be able to bring those to my girlfriends.
So, do you have a relative called Walter Walter? Sadly, I do not. No, at least not that I know. Maybe there's one out there, but
that would be rude.
That would be,
Why would you do that?
That's just being mean to your kid.
That's not nice.
Mean. All right. Oh wow, we've been on for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, new member, Sandra Davis. Oh, sorry, Sandra Davis. Thank you very much. Welcome to
the team.
Yes, that's very nice of you. Thank you.
Excellent.
How many languages can you say hello, goodbye, thank you, and
every country we go
everyone
to?
That we make sure we learn those.
Please, that's the other one you got to learn. Literally, I might forget as soon as we leave, but you learn them for that time.
So, Amen, we'll finish with this one. Do you have plans or love and hate 10 things not to do videos in other UK cities like Manchester, Birmingham, Leeds, Newcastle? Yes, I do. And I was going to be.
You have one on Manchester?
No, I have Liverpool, Chester. So, like off the top of my head, I know I've got York, Liverpool, Chester, the Cotswolds. Where else? So Brighton, maybe.
Brighton, Bath.
Yeah, Bath. Yeah. So we got like 10 don'ts for cities. And I'm going back to the UK. And originally, my friend wasn't supposed to, a friend of mine lives there, but he's going to go on for work. So I was going to go travel for like 4 or 5 days to get a few places. Like Leeds and Newcastle was actually 2 places I was supposed to go. And then he's like, oh, me got canceled. I'll be back. So I'm going to see him. So. But we're talking about maybe doing holidays up there sometime with the kids. So we'll get more.
That would be cool.
Don't worry. We'll be getting more. We'll be getting more of those. Don't you worry about that. So with that, I wish you all a fantastic weekend. I'll be at a great Thanksgiving. Even if you're not from the U.S., you can still be thankful for the wonderful things that are out there in the world that we can enjoy. So we're very thankful for you for being on here. Thank you, everybody, with your questions and your support and everything. I just want to say thank you and fantastic travels. And we will try to do more lives now that the snow's starting to come in. But
now that we have to be in the house all the time.
Now that we have some more, we'll be doing some more lives out there. I'll try to do one every week or every other week because I know people start to really think about their travel. So I know I'm going to do a lot right after Christmas because literally
answer your questions.
To answer your questions, because literally the 26th, because nobody watches travel videos on our channel. It's dead from October, November until the 26th of December, and then it shoots up. And so we'll do a lot of lives then too to get people help you answer your question. Have you figured out where you might want to go or where you might not want to go next year. Anyway, wish y'all the best. Have a fantastic time, and look for more videos coming out every Wednesday and Saturday, and we'll have even more videos coming out during the holidays to get you ready for your fun. Find us Walter's World Eats, Honest Travel Network for Jocelyn. If you want to learn my day job kind of stuff, you go to Professor Walters. So all kinds of fun stuff. Anyway, thank you for saying bye, and everybody have a fantastic weekend. Talk to you later. Oh, and if you want links to the ETA, EES, ETIS system, I have it in the description down below. And I put the official sites from the EU and the UK government so you can see their stuff as opposed to random YouTubers telling you things. So bye, everybody.
Bye.